It's CBS for me. In Carter Zeet's commitment to African American food and culture, I was so excited to see this feature, the Good Morning Show. Watch this video as it highlights an African American chef and his amazing cuisine in a museum. What? It celebrates African American food and culture. You guys, let's get into this video.
Our beans. You probably haven't had pork and beans like this, with edamame. We're gonna add our bacon and tomatoes. So this big mama, that's our Berkshire pork shank. And how's that for a centerpiece?
When you said pork and beans, this is literally not what we were picturing.
So when we first opened, we kind of knew what people's expectations would be on what we were going to do. Black-owned restaurant, you're expecting pork and beans, you're expecting this, and so we let that get them in the doors and then show them this kind of stuff. At Chris Williams' Houston restaurant, Lucille's everything from the shrimp and grits to the braised oxtail has an unexpected twist, an approach he calls well-refined Southern cuisine.
Are you changing the perception of soul food?
The goal here is to change the limited framing of African American chefs while paying homage to our roots. Williams says the idea of redefining what it means to be a black chef is wound in his DNA, thanks to his great-grandmother, the legendary chef, educator, and entrepreneur, Lucille B. Smith. She created the country's first instant hot roll mix.
Researching her, but have yet to find what I'm looking for about these dinner rolls.
Iterations of that hot roll dough, which are like these chili biscuits right here, were served to American Airlines, their first-class passengers. She broke through the color lines with the brilliance of her product. Lucille is one of more than 400 black culinary influencers featured in a new Museum of Food and Drink exhibit called African American, Making the Nation's Table. It opened recently in New York City.
We are beginning, and unfortunately only beginning, to understand the enormous, extraordinary hand that African Americans have had in the cooking pots of America.
Culinary historian Jessica B. Harris is the lead curator.
You say that it's more American than apple pie, this African-American cooking.
It is. It has been here. It has been the backbeat, the thrum, the hum, and the heartbeat of certainly much of this country.
Harris says enslaved Africans brought to America helped fuel an agricultural revolution.
They planted the crops. They tended the crops. They harvested the crops. They then cooked that, served that. And you're doing all of that for the founding fathers. You're doing all of that for the elite of the country that is beginning to establish what this country's food and foodways are. This fledgling colony's wealth was created by African hands.
You think that's been acknowledged?
It is that thing that's hard to admit.
At the heart of the exhibit hangs a massive legacy quilt. Each block handcrafted to tell a story.
He was a tinkerer.
Inventor Frederick McKinley Jones made fresh food available to millions.
He came up with an invention that allowed us to have refrigerated trucks.
James Hemings, Thomas Jefferson's enslaved chef, apprenticed in Paris and brought back copper pots, among other things.
Which is how we get that mac and cheese.
And there's Nearest Green, the formerly enslaved man behind Jack Daniel's whiskey.
We thought that Daniels was Jack Daniels, only discovering he was taught to distill by Nearest Green.
Also on display, the famed ebony test kitchen. For almost half a century, it sat at the center of Black American food culture. The colors just hit you.
Well,
They're a little
it's
loud.
vibrant and it shows the diversity of the African American audience.
It was often featured in Ebony Magazine's cooking column as they tried out new recipes. What would you do?
Fish.
And worked in the kitchen in the 80s. An unbelievable toaster.
Ebony was created as an aspirational magazine to show you can do these things, you can go to law school, you can become a noteworthy entertainer, and you can become certainly a good cook.
Breaking bread has a way of breaking down barriers. It's a fitting reminder that Chef Chris Williams hopes will bring us together.
Everybody has great memories of like these smells and sensations from back when they were children. And it doesn't matter who you are, we can just have a great experience in the most unexpected places and find common.
And one of the most unexpected places is here at Carter's Eat. We like, comment, and share, and we look forward to meeting you in the comments. Be sure to watch several of our videos where we have great recipes, mukbangs, eat with me, and challenge videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the comments. Bye.